Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are continuing our Summer to Prosper theme, getting geared up for the Summer Prosperity class that starts a week from tomorrow, where we learn how to demonstrate true prosperity, which includes perfect health, perfect wealth, and perfect happiness. In addition to that, we learn how to master time and space and prove to ourselves how to demonstrate cold, hard cash. Put it in your hand, see it, it's real. This isn't vague, wooey, foo-foo stuff. This is stuff that we can count, we can spend it, we can put it in the bank, and it develops faith. It develops clarity. It develops a knowingness that our thought has power. So in combining that with 4th of July week, I thought I would talk about our freedom to prosper. And I personally believe that this is the best country in the world. I believe that we have this experiment of democracy going on. We are not done. Wallace Wattles said that the attitude we must have is to see the world as perfect, though not complete. To see that this experiment of democracy is unfolding and evolving for the highest and best of everyone. I love this country. I'm deeply patriotic. I have ancestors on both sides of my family line that signed the Declaration of Independence. And those people put their lives on the line to sign that. I have William Floyd on my father's side and Medelson on my mother's side. Gosh, I had that earlier today too, and it just poofed out of my brain. So I understand that when we are committed to something, we'll go ahead and give it our all for the promise inside of ourselves that things will get better. Because going from a feudal system, going from having someone tell us what we could do, tell us who we could be, and then saying, no, we want to do this ourselves. We want to forge our own future. We want to create our own lives. We want to determine our destiny. We want to be masters of our fate, and we are willing to do what is required to have that happen. And I got to tell you, stuff is required for that. Because when we understand in metaphysics or science of mind that we are literally creating the individual moments of our lives, then all of the responsibility is on us, not blame, but responsibility, the ability to respond to. When we understand that we, through our thoughts, through our words, through our beliefs, through our actions, are creating not only our individual world, but our collective world, then we understand the power that we wield. So that if we want to prosper, we have the freedom to prosper. There are plenty of places around the world right now where you could want to prosper all that you want, and it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because of your gender. It's never going to happen because of your socioeconomic status. It's never going to happen because of your education level. It's never going to happen because of the people around you. And yet here in this country, it's a wide open door. If we choose to put our efforts into bettering our lives, we will create a better life. We do it again through our thoughts, through our feelings, through our actions and our words and our beliefs. And that is the work. That is the work. To be so aware of what's going on inside of us and to be aware that we're aware. You know, there are levels of awareness going on here. To think about what we're thinking about, to listen to what we say, to question where we're coming from here. And to see if that's the kind of experience we want to create. If we want to create prosperity in our lives, we have to focus on all of the wonderful things that are happening. We move into our gratitude. We speak prosperity. We give prosperity. We live prosperity. We lift ourselves up. And we demonstrate more prosperity. If we want to demonstrate health in our lives, we have to stop talking about our illnesses. People keep saying, how's John? John's fine. John's great. How's John? How's John? How's John? John is a perfect expression of spirit made manifest in physical form right here and right now. End of story. that's how he is, and if he's going to be up on this stage next Sunday, then I need to see him that way. The surgeons need to see him that way. Everybody in the world sees him that way and brings that out. We can't talk about our problems and expect to create a world with no problems. We can't talk about what's wrong with life and expect not to live the wrongness of life. Wallace Wattles also said that if you focus on the poor, the squalid in life, that you're going to attract those right to you. I butchered that quote. You're gonna attract that right to you, and then you will become that. So we focus on it. We have freedom here in structure that a lot of people don't have. Every being on this planet can create prosperity. They are free to prosper inside of themselves. It's like when Viktor Frankl was in the camps, and he said, you can confine my body, but you cannot confine my mind. And so with 3 steps, 1, 2, 3 to the wall, 1, 2, 3 to the wall, he walked all over Europe. He met wonderful people. He had a great experience because in his mind he was free. And people all over the world have that ability to create prosperity in their lives through their thoughts, through their actions, through their words, through their beliefs, through their intentions. But we have things that some people would just hike across a continent for because we have the outer structure that supports prosperity. And I want you to get this, that we are the lucky ones in the world. We're the lucky ones in the world that we can go out and do things. We can go into business for ourselves. We can create experiences, and there's no one outside of us to say, Barbara, you can't do that. You're a 65-year-old woman. You can't do that. It's impossible. The government, the family, the opportunities, they won't let you do that. I got nothing like that. I get to do whatever I want to do, and baby, I take advantage of that. I get to do whatever I want to do, and as long as I'm willing to put the energy into that, I can do whatever. I can create whatever. I can create an amazing, best CSL center in the entire world in little old Asheville, North Carolina. We created this when Asheville was only at 40,000 people. Now it's 80,000. Whoopee-doo. We're not in 3.5 million people. We're creating something amazing. We had last month on our website 114,000 pages were opened. 114,000 pages were opened last month on our website. Thank you, Devon and Rodney. We did that. Our #1 country. A big shout out to Bulgaria. We are changing Bulgaria on our website because we believe in these teachings so much that we put them out there for the entire world to have at no charge. Any of you who are using that, if you want to make a donation, we're grateful, but we're not going to charge you for that before you get the information. It is our job to uplift the consciousness of every person on this planet, and we are doing that. We get to change the world. Why? Because we don't know enough to think we can't. We think we can, and so we do. In this country, we have the structure of empowerment. It's just ours to use. We don't have to go against a lot of the issues that other people have to go against. There's not a famine. There's not a war. We're not confined to quarters because we are female. You know, people have a lot going on that they take into consciousness and still they triumph over. They triumph over it. We don't have that. And so I want to offer you an opportunity to be grateful for the chances that you have in this life, for the support that you have in this life. We live at the level of kings and queens not very long ago. We have this amazing thing called running water, running hot water, running water that won't make you sick. We have this amazing thing in life called a grocery store. I was in Thailand almost 5 years ago. They don't have grocery stores. They have village markets that open up once a week. And they go from village to village, and that's where you get your stuff. If you don't get your stuff then, you're out cutting mangoes and papayas and bananas off the trees. They don't have grocery stores. We have that. We have so much pressure taken off of us just to survive that the door is wide open to thrive. And what keeps in our way between surviving and thriving is us. It's the way we see the world. It's the way we think about the world. It's the way we speak about the world. And so I want to encourage you, those of you who want your lives to get better, those of you who want more money, more health, more wealth, more happiness, more loving experiences in life, more joy, to give yourself a censure on your mouth. Let's just get ready for opening up. And as we get ready for opening up, we have to stop closing down. Come up with a censure on your mouth so that whenever you want to do poor talk, whenever you want to do your wrong talk, whenever you want to do I'm right talk, you stop it. Whenever you want to criticize, whenever you want to complain, whenever you want to separate yourself from everyone else or just that one person in particular, censure yourself. Don't let it come out. Now, I know the true place to go is inside of your head. Don't think it. But until you can stop thinking it, stop saying it. Stop using the things that have happened to you as a way to garner sympathy from people, to have the oh, poor me's coming back at you. Because if you feel and speak poor me, what are you going to be? Poor. You're going to be poor. You trade infinite abundance and prosperity for someone to say, oh, there, poor you. No. You're a powerful, creative, spiritual being alive and well on planet Earth. All is well. All is well in your world. How are you? I'm great. How are you? I'm rich. How are you? I'm wonderful. That's how I am. And when you start saying that, you start thinking it. And when you start thinking it, you start feeling it. You are manipulating yourself into prosperity and happiness. It's a good thing to do. Good thing to do. So one of the things that we're going to start, we've got our 100 days of gratitude. How many people are on board with that? The rest of you, catch up. 100 days of gratitude. Come on. Every day you're grateful for something. You don't have to post it on Facebook. You don't have to write it down, but stop and be grateful for something and watch how you open up in life to accepting more and more good. Next, 100 days of gratitude. Yay. Stop criticizing and complaining. Stop putting the negativity out there that will cut you off from your good. Because there's this thing going on that if I focus on it, I will create it. And Robert Bitzer used to say that we do not sacrifice principle even on special occasions. And I know all of us can come up with a special occasion if we work at it. Well, this is really special, Barbara. I'm going to sacrifice principle and believe that the power of the universe will stop at the point of me, and I won't have to live out the effect of my cause. I won't have to deal with what I thought. No, the universe is going to keep on cranking out the demonstration of your energy. It's going to bring into your experience that which you focus upon. It's going to manifest into form that which you hold within yourself. And certainly if you start pumping it full of energy by adding a lot of emotion to it and getting it all excited about it, you're going to create something big in your life. So if you're going to create something big in your life, create something big wonderful. Create something big prosperous. Create something big happy. If that's what you're going to do, if you've got to talk about other people, talk about what's good in them. Talk about what is healthy in them. Talk about what you like in them. and watch how you bring that forth in life. You just bring it right smack out of them. There have been psychological studies done with children that however you see that child, they will become that. They've done it with entire classrooms. However you see that classroom becomes that. They become the smart kids, they become the dumb kids. However you see it, these neutral kids will become that. So how are you seeing your world? How are you seeing yourself? The science of mind makes a tremendous claim when it states that it can free the world of poverty, illness, and unhappiness. But it makes that claim without hesitation and without qualification. It will not back down from that. It has not backed down from that, and it never will. It does, however, set forth the laws of the universe. And unless you use those laws, you will not reap the benefit of this teaching. And so what we're doing is paying attention to what it is we're doing, what we're thinking about, where we're going in life. It's 4th of July. And I love this country. And yet there is such discord going on. We have split in half. And the debates have only started. And what I want us to know from our metaphysical awareness is that we don't get to hate anybody and not demonstrate that in our individual lives and in our collective lives. We've split. It's crazy. We've got one half hating the other and the other half hating the one. And the people caught in the crossfires are at the border. You don't think you have a part in that? Yes, you do. You absolutely have a part in that. And so if we want this big country to have a big heart, we have to open up our heart. Because, I believe there's plenty of room. God knows there's plenty of jobs. The economy's going great. People are begging for workers. So what is keeping us stuck? What role do I play in keeping us stuck? Because I know how powerful we are. I know that as we open up our hearts to include all of us, there is no me and no you, no us and no them, there is only us. As we open up our hearts to include the us, then there's nothing that we can't do. We've already proven that as a country we can do anything. We are America. We're the United States of America. We can take care of this. We can handle this. But we can't do it while we're separating ourselves and hating each other. And each one of us has a responsibility to not do that, but to take the higher path and to move into love. And if you have someone that just pushes your button, take it as a personal spiritual quest to find something about them that you can appreciate. If it's the neighbor's dog, find something that you can appreciate, because you are one with the whole. You impact everybody on this planet. We have the structure to prosper in this country, and so I believe that each one of us has the obligation to live a prosperous life, to be able to light that light for someone who is in circumstances that do not show structure for prospering. If we can't get it together and live the rich life, how in the world is someone with 12 kids living in a hut where they're starving, how are they going to do it? So it's on us to raise up and to demonstrate all of the promises of this life. We do it by opening, not by closing. And I usually don't touch on these kinds of things. But I got to tell you, we're all in this together. And there is no them down there. We are the ones at the border. We are the ones who would cross a continent to come into this country. Who wouldn't want to come into this country? We are the politicians playing games with each other and keeping the people at the border. We are the ones doing that. So it is incumbent upon us to look deep inside of our hearts and soul and see the world as perfect, though not complete. To see the presence of the divine in every being. Whether we like what they're saying or not, that's our ego. To see the presence of God made manifest in every person, and then watch how this country will shift. It's on us. It's not on anybody else. It's our job. I'm reminded of World War II and a prayer that Ernest Holmes wrote. And I want to share that with you. The world was at war. It was dire circumstance. And this is what he had to say. So if you want to, you can close your eyes. And he says, believing in the divine destiny of the United States of America and in the preservation of liberty, security, and self-expression for all, I offer this, my prayer for my country. I know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activity of all who guide its affairs. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom and are the divine heritage of everyone in this country. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are now operating in the affairs of every individual in this country. I know that divine guidance enlightens the collective mind of the people of this country, causing it to know that economic security comes to all with personal freedom and individual self-expression. The all-knowing mind contains the answer to every problem which confronts this country. I know that every leader in this country is now directed by this all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete solution to every problem. Each is compelled to act upon this knowledge to the end that abundance, security, and peace belongs to all now. And I know that this spiritual democracy endures, guaranteeing to everyone in this country personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. And so it is. This is our work. It's on us. It's for us to do. Only we can do it. And so it is.